She farts in her sleep like a wild bear. Welcome to Reddit Town Hall. Subscribe for daily videos. What is the darkest thing you have kept from your partner? Suicidal thoughts are a mood killer. She's my ex now, but she had just revealed to me some very, confidential info I understand I'm one of only 4 people to know. She asked me if I have any deep secrets like that. I lied and told her I didn't, but the truth is, my grandmother by marriage, no blood relation, sexually harassed and abused me as a preteen and teenager. Literally nobody else knows. I've never told anyone. Posted this before, but I never told my wife that her mother tried to have sex with me. It was early in our marriage when we were living with her to save money for our own place. Her marriage of 28 years had ended badly and she was emotionally fragile. She was very drunk and was absolutely horrified at what she had done when she sobered up. I promised not to ever tell my wife and I never did, even when she and I were fighting near the end of our marriage. Some things are too cruel to do, even when you're trying to hurt each other. Exactly how bad of a person I used to be before I met her. She knows I was into the drugs and some other dumb shit, but she doesn't know the depths of depravity I delved to in order to fit in with the people I mistakenly wasted my time with. He wanted to find a shark tooth so badly after I found one at the beach. So I went and bought a small bottle of shark teeth from the gift shop, spread them out all over a strip of beach we were hanging at and marveled at every shark tooth he brought me. I can never tell him the truth. Declining mental health and an everyday drug addiction. I wish I hadn't been so good at hiding it. I needed help. Suicidal ideation. I'm a really introverted person, and talking about things doesn't really help me. I live a blessed life for the most part, but in the last couple years I've become really jaded. I'm not suffering, more that I just don't see the point of continuing. Everything is just grey. I took out a really good private life insurance policy a couple years ago, and it covers suicide. My policy's suicide clause and contestability provision is up, so they'll be taken care of for life. I took the last year as a sabbatical and I've spent it entirely with my wife and kids, just making memories and doing the things I enjoy. I'm only dating her for her personality and attractiveness. Depression. I fucking hate D&D. It bores me to fucking tears. Yet I've orchestrates an elaborate lie that gives the illusion I love it as much as he does, and once a month I have to spend 5 hours sitting through a session bored to tears. I do this simply because it's one of the few hobbies in his life he gets to enjoy and I want him to have someone to play it with. It's been going on for 5 years now, and I have no way out. Lol, it's okay though. The amount of joy I see he gets from playing it gives me comparable joy. So I don't mind that much. Nice try, Sarah. That Bible of Satanism was a gag gift. That I was abused as a kid. For most of my early 20s I used a fetish hookup website. I have done some real weird shit just to see if it did anything for me. A lot of it did, but it wasn't particularly safe and I dodged a bullet not contracting STDs. I made a lot of amateur porn during this time and then a GF, and I joined an amateurs content sharing site Zerg and made a bunch more. She knows I'm kinky, but I did some pretty fucking weird shit. I suffer from chronic depression. My so is super sweet and supportive, but I am afraid of unloading too much of my crazy on him. I keep dark thoughts and feelings from him all the time. I'd make him miserable if I didn't. He knows, BTW, I am not keeping all of it from him, just a lot of the excessive stuff. Nice try, hun. I have nothing to hide from you. What an incredibly fucked up, dysfunctional white trash background I come from. Well, it doesn't matter anymore since we're divorced now, but a few years ago, I banged my wife's cousin one night when she was in town and my wife was at work. Not taking away from the fact I was wrong in doing that, but, considering our divorce happened because it came out that my wife had cheated on me multiple times over the years, she has admitted to several dozen times. I really don't feel bad about it. That I'm scared of him. That his best friend reminds me of a man I had a threesome with and still fantasize about 3 years later. It's scary how similar they are. They have the same first name, same hair color, eye color, approximate height, quick way of talking, etc. I would never cheat on my boyfriend, and his best friend is also already in a relationship, but sitting at a bar in their company is both the hottest and most uncomfortable situation ever. I ate all 4 sleeves of Oreos in one sitting. She doesn't know I'm straight. The girl I was with before her used to cuckold me with a bodybuilder. I'd watch her lose her mind over his muscles and get pounded and come a whole lot. That she is not real. Sex addiction. I'm recovering now but never told her upfront about it. I was a man-whore before I met her. That I had an abortion at 16. That I knew she was faking depression. That I'm probably a bit codependent at this point. Probably my taint. Not a lot of light down there, and I'm sure she has no interest in it. That I am schizophrenic. That I feel trapped and I hate myself and my life, and I really just want to disappear and move away and leave my wife and 3 kids so they can finally be free of me. I feel like such a burden and so guilty that my kids love me, they'd be better off without me. That I have faked every orgasm but I honestly don't need to, I like what we have going on. Smile. The top answer will always be an affair. Nice try, Beb. Woke up to a guy with his deeper centered in my face. I was scared for the guy. Truth. My butthole. I thought she liked cantaloupe. She thought I liked cantaloupe. So we had a lot of cantaloupe with dinner. Turns out we both don't like it. Drug habit. She's my ex now, we are now friends, but depression and suicidal thoughts. It's not something that would have come up in casual conversation anyway. She's a nice girl, and I really don't wanna just come at her with such a heavy topic. Also just didn't want to worry her. The only reason I would have ever actually told her was in the event that I can't do something with her, events, dates, etc., due to lack of energy, motivation, and I wouldn't look like an asshole. Unfortunately, we never got that far into the relationship, plus COVID kept us inside for most of our time together. Nice try, KT. That I may have been a victim of child porn. I'm prone to addiction and I abuse my Adderall prescription. Being intensely sexually abused for being genderqueer by a former partner. I still don't know if I can bring myself to tell someone I ate down the line. A block of dark cherry ripe chocolate. I have been withholding my foot fetish from my partner. They say that fetishes are a non-negotiable for them, but this is something I've never had fulfilled and I am desperate to live it out at this point. I don't know what to do, but bringing it up to them is a terrifying prospect. I told my ex and they allowed me to try it out, but it ultimately freaked them out, and once we broke up, for unrelated reasons, they spread it around. This is why I'm terrified to even mention it to my current partner. I don't love her and feel as though I never will. Not my GF now, but she didn't know the extent or details of my childhood struggles. She knew I grew up in the projects up until age 10, but I think because I never wore it like a badge of honor or carried myself in the stereotypical way of someone who would come from that environment, many people think I was unaffected. And I never bothered to share those details because I never wanted to make a sob story out of a situation that I was blessed to get out of and that many people are still currently in. But that living situation has taken a toll on me in various ways that I'd love to expound upon for those who are interested. My butthole. Saving it for someone special. I don't have a partner. Thanks for visiting Reddit Town Hall. Have a great day.